Hey guys, this is Katrina with IdeateTV, and I'm here with Brandon. Hi, Brandon. How's it going?
Very well. How are you?
And you say that you are an FX creator at Handmaid's Tale. And how's that been?
It's been great. It's been great. It's a really, interesting project. As a Canadian, we know the novel, Margaret Atwood's novel, very well. So it's an honor to be part of such a monumental work.
And where in Canada are you from? Because I have family there.
Toronto.
Oh, Vancouver. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And so in your kind of journey as well as an FX creator, how has that been, and why did you choose this out of all the industries?
Oh, out of all the jobs in the industry, what I love about it is we get to interact with all the different departments, and more we're starting to be able to have more of a creative say in the overall structure of the show, which is really nice. And you're not just doing the same thing every day. You're talking to the cinematographer, you're talking to the production designer, the editors. The one group of people we don't talk to is the sound designers and the composers. But everyone else, we have great conversations with them. So it's a very broad field of filmmaking, which is nice.
And when you say that, kind of, it seems like there's a lot more collaboration. And how do you feel kind of being more involved? Because there's different ways to kind of voice your opinion and say, hey, I think this might work better. How do you do that and do it with such stance?
You do it based on story. And as long as everything's story-based, then you're all talking the same language. If I start talking technical with people, you lose them within 30 seconds, right? Maybe 10 seconds. But if you're talking about story, everybody understands how what they bring to it helps the story. So even if it's a technical challenge, if you keep everything based in story, then everybody can understand and everybody can bring their best A game to it. The Handmaid's Tale costume designer comes to mind. She's just so wonderful. Every decision she talks about and makes is all based in story and character. And it's the same across every department.
That's really cool when you kind of focus on story. So what is something that you kind of felt that you were able to bring and it really kind of changed the direction for Handmaid's Tale?
In season 1, there was a church that was being sort of dismantled, and the line is something along the lines of, oh my God, I can't believe they're taking this down. This is my father's parish. They took down this other one in New York, and we actually shot at a church that was being taken down, and they just wanted us to remove a few things, but it wasn't dramatic enough. So we talked about it with the production designer and was like, we can make this a moment. This can be a big moment. It needs to reflect everything that's happening to them, the metaphorical ground that's shifting beneath their feet. Her being like emotionally affected by this, it being her father's parish. We were then able to collaboratively make it a much bigger scene, and it is what you have.
And I find that interesting because there's so many components that really make the story more full and telling. And what you said about that is really moving. And I'm always curious to see what the future is for FX, because you have all these different things coming out with technology and virtual reality. What is your kind of stance on that as well?
I don't know. It's hard to say because everybody thought that 3D was going to be the next big thing, and then it wasn't. And then everyone was talking about VR and AR, that it was going to be the next thing, but people haven't really gravitated towards it. There's a small amount of people who go to VR and immerse themselves in it, but it's very small. I do think that people want to be told stories still. That's why I don't know if VR is really going to kick off. Because people want the story to be told to them. There is an experiential element to it. Look, it feels like every week a new software comes out that's the new amazing software, and it just makes our life easier. And I think that's it. I think it just makes us able to do things faster. But the core goal is to tell emotional stories effectively and realistically.
That's awesome. There's just so many things with FX that you can add into these storytelling, and I am really inspired by that as well. You know, because I don't know, I'm honestly not a technical gamer kind of. I'm definitely more of a creative. So thank you so much, Brendan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Absolutely. Again, this is Katrina with IdeateTV here at Wondercon. Cheers, guys.